Yeah, they did seem to be pretty accustomed to that
pick.
map. Yeah, so now we have got Cobblestone's going to be the next one up, and that is going to be the map pick of Immortals. The pistol round is already well and truly underway.
Julies.
And well, straight off the bat, yeah, we can see Julie's up on the side of Lucas. He's, of course, feeling very confident after that previous win. Who can blame him? Bolt's going to be able to find that first frag out of him to start things off. And, well, already they're going to be going a man down on the side of Liquid, still forcing up in towards this A site, trying to do what they can. It's going to be Phelps to find a second.
There's so many people
now the two-man advantage going to be leading the way of Immortals. They've already fully rotated everyone through, but JDM and Hiko, they do try and put in some work for the side of Liquid. Find 2 frags between them, and it's Lucas with the dualies. He's actually making this rather unusual buy work out, and he wants to keep on going. Zeus with the knife, please don't let this happen. Oh, he finds Hiko. At least Hiko accepted the duel. I mean, that is the nice thing about Daddy Hiko, is that he honors the duel. He's a, he's a gentleman.
Right, it was the both of them, wasn't it? The Zeus as well. So the 2 papas.
Yeah.
Both fighting off each other. They're gentlemen of this esport, and well, yeah, Zeus is going to be the one that wins the knife duel. Of course, he had a bit more health, so I feel like he gets away with that one a little bit, but Immortals get the start they wanted. They're on that CT side, and they're going to get that economy boost as well, meaning Zeus will actually have an M4 armor and a Molotov going into this first, or second, I suppose, round. Looks like we have more problems, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I'm unsure about what these are, but I'm sure we're going to be updated as it happens. Well, for the time being, Immortals still looking to be incredibly strong. We haven't seen the momentum kind of fall off a little bit. It's something that we do sometimes see. You can see a team dominate the first map, even though it was Liquid's map choice. And now we move on to this one, and Immortals, some people even pegged them saying that Liquid could take this. I mean,
I wouldn't be overly surprised if Liquid bounced straight back. I don't think they're a bad Cobble team, and I think, especially with a map like that, if everything goes wrong, you're not going to be particularly mad at any individual or angry. I think everybody's just going to be like, okay, that was horrible. I think I was going to use other words, but I don't think I'm allowed to use those. So I'm just going to say horrible. And yeah, basically now they just go, okay, that's it. That's done. That's over. Let's move on to Cobble and reset. So sometimes that can actually be better than going, say, 16-14, losing really close. I think we've seen in sort of like finals, for example, like you saw Na'Vi SK Na'Vi, that first map on Mirage went so close that when I think it was overtime, SK won it. The next map wasn't close at all because it was almost like the demoralizing factor of being so close to winning a map actually hurts you more. So. Yeah. It can definitely work both ways. Of course, sometimes a chance you got to go, oh, nothing worked. How are we going to do this in the second? It definitely does work both ways, but I do think this is a good opportunity for Liquid to basically say, okay, yep, that's a write-off. Let's forget that happened and let's continue.
Yeah, and you also have the issue with fatigue and whatnot coming into effect. If it's a hugely long game, as well as being able to play on your mind a lot more, it can potentially just wear out your players a lot more. And that is something that we have seen. Play into effect throughout other games. So, like you say, sometimes just going for a straight horrific loss where you get completely massacred, you end it like 16-1 as Liquid did. Sometimes that is better for you than having it cut really close. So you never know, Liquid, they could be bouncing back in this one. But Immortals, regardless, they pick up the pistol and are only trying their hand at the 2 respective anti-ecos. Liquid, they didn't get a bomb plant, so as a result, we'll be buying up a little bit into this round, have a little bit of utility to try and play around with. 3 Tech 9s, a P250, and a Deagle up on Nitro.
Yeah, of course, not too much invested, really by... I don't want to say by either teams, but I mean in terms of rifles, well, of course, the T-side can't afford them, but the CTs, they're playing this one a little bit loose. They've gone for the SMGs. They're going to try and make as much cash as they can. In terms of the Liquid side, well, we saw this before. They basically just invest a little bit in pistols and save up to buy, well, basically more into their next T round when they can. So I don't think this is too much of a problem. It should make things relatively easy for Immortals going into this one. But at the same time, there's still some damage to be done. Hiko, he has himself the Deeg and some armor.
Yeah, and we are going to be seeing right now Liquid trying to make their way back in towards that B site. They tried to hand it early on. It didn't really work out. They lose Nitro in the process, but now we're going to be seeing them trying to luck once again. 3 players here for the side. Liquid with the Liege playing the lurk role. Does have the tech to try and play around with. And it's going to be Henny on that A site to hold back the lurk player. Meanwhile, 4 players here for the side of Immortals. It wants to be Bolts to find the first. Lucas chimes in with number 2, and then Bolts on that UMP picks himself up a second. Liege, the late lurk, making his way up long He's going to be popping out on towards A. Might want to find one frag, but Henny does spot him out, does good damage, takes him down. Aim punch playing into effect there, as Elise didn't have any armor. So it's going to go 2-0 as Immortals, they convert that round, and also don't have a single player fall at the hand of Liquid.
Yeah, that's going to work very, very nicely for the Immortals side in terms of building up that cash. We can see them invest into some more nades, of course. Not really anything for Liquid to come back with in this round at least, as they will just have a couple of P250s, and we know they're going to come back with a big buy in the next round anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. And he will be ready and waiting with the UMP, as a lot of players are coming in his direction at the moment, all gathering around that A site. And, well, let's see if he can actually farm up the cash. Of course, he was sort of at the bottom of the board in the last game, but not because he wasn't doing well, more because he just was sort of playing a bit more passive, and I think he only died twice in the whole game. Either way, they are coming in his direction at the moment. The nade going to be thrown out. How much damage will that do? Well, quite a bit, and there's a follow-up from Bolts as well. Pretty much cleaning everything up. Zeus will finish things off as well with the shot through the wood.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. They do just keep getting put through the meat grinder, relentlessly. I don't want to pick anything up on those first 3 rounds. I actually believe that across all of those first 3, it's 12 out of the 15 kind of total counter players survived on the side of Immortals, so the economy is going to be looking very, very strong. You can already see 5 grand across 3 of the players, despite having 2 AWPs in play. So it's going to be very, very good from this point on in. 4 rifles for the side of Liquid and an AWP up on JDM, as you would expect. We're going to be seeing over towards that B site. Zeus, Bolt, and Phelps will trying to hold that one down, with Lucas playing the rotate in through drop, looking like he can pull out through connector and make his way towards the A site if needs be. Henny, meanwhile, going to be pushed up aggressively towards long, does take down Pimp off the bat, so it's going to be the man advantage going the way of Immortals yet again, and no refrag coming in as JDM didn't have a line of sight on Henny when the frag was made. So it's going to be an untraded and unwarranted death of Pimp early on.
Yeah, this is a sort of interesting buy as well. It's sort of a bonus round with 2 AWPs involved, so it's almost like a heavy investment with the added money that can be made by the SMGs. So I'm intrigued to see if this can actually be, well, if this actually works, I suppose, for Immortals, and whether or not there's going to be a counter from Liquid with their buy on the board. Of course, they don't have too much utility to play with. Still a couple of smokes at least, which is, of course, something that can be an avenue for them to get into the site. But really, we're looking at Phelps. And while that secondary AWP is already going to be finding a kill, Lucas up close and personal sprays away. He does have this MP7, but isn't going to be able to connect. Has to fall back out of the drop-down position. And, well, the dunk onto Phelps will at least do a little bit of damage. Bolts, in the meantime, has found one more, and it's only Hiko and JDM. Of course, JDM does have his AWP, and I wonder if he'll hear the cocking of the gun. It doesn't sound like it at the moment. Will be 1 kill for JDM. Missed shot from Phelps, and, well, it's going to be the spam away. Both players missing, but eventually it comes out with the death of all Liquid players.
Yeah, no, that was a little bit of a display of the inner silver within both Phelps and JDM over towards the platform. But then ultimately, Phelps is going to be coming out on top. Switches out to the Tech 9. JDM tries to land the shot the second time around with the AWP, but is taken down before he can make too much happen. Which is a shame, because, it would have been nice to see a little bit of an AWP duel. But, I mean, looking at it right now, Liquid, the only players on the team to have frags were the players left in that clutch situation just then, JDM and Hiko. And as we continue into round number 5, it's going to be an eco for the side of Liquid. So looking at trying to inflict more pain. Immortals here, they've got 3 rifles and 2 AWPs to play around with. Liquid making their way very aggressively out mid. It's going to be heard by Phelps. And, well, they're all rotating through as a result. There's going to be a huge stack on towards the A site. Pimp does get one. Bolt's chiming in with one of his own, though, and the kill's ultimately going to be going even here. Is Liquid actually able to trade things out? Henny, he doesn't like that. Finds one out on a Bolts, and it's a Hiko and JDM once again against the world.
Yeah, that shot from Henny, I didn't even see anyone. I saw the arm through the X-ray, but he just seems to hit it no matter what. It's just give him anything and he's going to hit it. Give him an inch, he'll take more than a mile. He'll take your life. It's just ridiculous at the moment from Henny with that AWP, and he has continued with Phelps as well. They do a lot of damage, though. It has to be said. The pistol's taking down 3 players, forcing 3 rebuys, and it's only the AWPers with any money left on the board. All the CTs having to spend up quite a bit, so that is at least something for opportunities to play with. Either way, Nade going to jump in, and that will do some damage, of course, to Phelps and Lucas. And, well, we wait to see whether or not that will have an impact in the round. Of course, the T's are making their way onto the plat and looking to get themselves their first round on the board. But already it's Phelps, once again with the AWP. Bolts combining as well with Zeus still up on the tree. Hasn't had to do anything as of yet other than throw utility. The push will come in, and he's still just on this tree. Position goes all the way aggressive, finds both players. And while JDM's going to miss
and then he
again.
swaps out to the Oosp at the end to complete the hat trick. And I mean, it's almost like they didn't even know he was up there. Pimp looking completely the wrong direction, and you just have.
It's not like he wasn't shooting either.
Yeah, no,
he
yeah.
was
You
shooting
just
bullets.
have Zeus, the eye in the sky, raining death down from above. You know, if you want to go back to the old COD days, raining down death like an AC-130 gunship. But
we don't like COD.
No, we don't. Yeah, it's going to be a 6-0 though. As Immortals, they pick up a 6th on the board. Liquid once again going to have a fairly strong buy going to this, but JDM is relegated down into the Tech 9. He's got a little bit of utility to try and play around with. 4 rifles, and a good bit of utility actually for once on the side of Liquid.
Yeah, the thing is they are a little bit down and out at the moment. They don't really have anything, well, to really sing about, I suppose. It's all been Immortals all the way through, and I'm hoping that there will be a step up from Liquid in this round at least, maybe giving them something to play with. Of course, the more rounds that go, the worse things get, and Elige, well, he's going to be dunked down to just 30 HP. Hiko taking a little bit of the brunt as well from those double nades, and the utility being expended well at the moment. Here we go, drop down. Going to try and take some control. Lucas will be spamming away, but takes the brunt of the damage himself. Manages to tag Hiko a little bit more, but not anything too crazy. Phelps still over towards this plat position, and, well, he's out fragging Henny in the AWPing at the moment, but mainly because they're not going in his direction at all. The A site is looking like a ghost town, and, well, Liquid are not going to change that anytime soon.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty committed to B at this point. They're taking a lot of damage trying to seize control of the platform, but they have got it. And those smokes are going to allow them to try and cross. Nitro going to be the one out onto the site first. Actually misses the hole in the wall, which is kind of a little bit of a metaphor for how this game's been going almost. Now it's Zeus picks up 2, going to be looking for the 3rd. Once again, they're not even looking at him. He looks for the 4th. Why does he keep doing this with a USP? He only finds 3 on the back of it, but he wreaks so much. Yeah, exactly. He wreaks so much havoc as a result. And I mean, he's just, all these players are going completely unchecked. I'm literally lost for words. It's going to go 7-0, and Liquid, they're looking so incredibly vulnerable. I'm just wondering, what are they doing? We're not seeing any sort of fakes. We're not really seeing much strategy being employed into this. It is just full-on devote 5 guys into a site, get ruined, change site, get ruined, rinse, repeat.
Yep, and well, I think I can almost quote Dust for a little bit here. He said, I don't really know what you do against Henny when he's in this sort of form. So it is sort of one of those moments. He's hitting shots that are ridiculous. I think you got Phelps doing the exact same thing, just picking them apart. And when you have Zeus, the sort of dad figure of this team, the sort of in-game leader of this team, the ex-coach of SK, also doing the same, I don't know what Liquid can change here. They've got to pick up the pace. And Phelps, once again, this time not with an AWP in hand. He switched back over to his trusty rifle. And he's going to bring it back to an advantage. Zeus, once again, now on the A site, as they've already rotated back to try and stop this one. Hiko, however, JDM as well, the 2 players who are fragging for this Liquid team at the moment. They're going to be able to bring this back to at least a close scenario. They both pick up rifles. Of course, neither of them have armor, so they're very, very vulnerable.
Yeah, flash going to go out from Lucas. It's going to allow him to find the frag out on a JDM. It's only Hiko, 1 versus 2. If there's anyone you want in the situation, it's going to be him. But he's still got Henny and Lucas left to find. 12 HP on Lucas over on the site. Hiko making his way up. It's going to be over by the broken wall. It's getting spotted out by Lucas, who's just playing his time, making his way around the hut. He's going to be able to find that one frag. Hiko on 8 HP, going for the bomb plant. Should be able to get it down. Henny doesn't have any utility to try and flush him off the site with. Hiko, only on 8 HP though, is dead to a mere gust of the wind. Henny switches out to the AWP. Fake flash going to be out from Hiko. Henny not falling for it, but Hiko finds the frag, and there we go. Potentially here, this could be the kick that Liquid needed, as they pick up their first round on the T side. Hopefully the first of many. They have a lot of money saved up as a result of ecoing into that round and being able to find the win and getting the bomb plant. So actually their economy should be sorted potentially up into the next round as well, if they can find a bomb plant this time. But yeah, I mean, okay, as our producers are highlighting,
that's
as you said
earlier
when you said, you know, JDM and Hiko being the only ones really fragging, I was thinking, well, someone has to. I mean, you've got Elige and Nitro just completely absent from this, still on 0 frags. And I think they are literally the definition of tilt right now. Look it up in the dictionary. You see the examples, their names right there, clear as day.
Yeah, this is a big, big problem for them. They need to get themselves up and out. They're normally the deadly duo. At the moment, they're just dead. That's all it's really been. They've been dying and almost being cannon fodder, just sending them in as two very expensive decoys. And they need to step up and, well, they need to wake up, I suppose. Things just don't really seem to be going the way of Liquid. They've got that round, though. Maybe this can be the Kickstarter. Or it could be the same as last, where Immortals are going, okay, you only get one.
Yeah, and, you know, everyone gets one. That's how it goes. Immortals, they do let their generosity slip on through. Felps trying to find some damage over towards Plat. Unable to find anything this time around. A little bit right onto Nitro, but that's going to be it. And while he's trying to make his way out on towards platform, kind of been relatively unsuccessful with this in the past, but this time they get it for free. There's no shots coming in from Felps to open things up. Flash is just raiding on through. They're spending most of their time on the site blind, and Nitro finally breaks the curse. Welcome to the scoreboard. Picks up his first frag. It's going to go 4-4. Zuso still alive and kicking. He's able to convert one frag out of that. Pimp is there to trade things back. It's 3-on-3, but Bolt, being very, very sneaky indeed, pushes on up. Is going to get taken down. Once again, the trade's just going back and forth. They've got to watch out for Lucas, who's right next to this bomb. They didn't know his position, but the single shot from the AK is all it takes to signal his position. And well, now it's Henny versus Pimp and JDM. Got the open hand. How did they spot him out? He scoped and ran! What was that, JDM? I'm sorry. But now it's all Pimp. They've left it in a one-on-one. And Henny, he's going to be going for the peak. If there's anyone you want in this situation, it's going to be him with the open hand. Oh, Henny, what was that? That was insane!
No.
That's how you put the hurt on. That's how you get an 8th round. And that is how you punish Liquid. I can't even fathom how they're going to be feeling after this.
That sound is all you need. That is absolutely ridiculous. JDM, massively. I have no idea how he did not hear Henny. Like you said, he runs through the Molotov. He's not like he shifts, or even if he did, he makes sound taking damage. That's absolute insanity. And then the jump shot, just to add it, just to top it all off, to finish that round. Liquid, they have a buy. They've got a bomb plant. They've got something to play with once again. They're looking to try and do a lot of damage to the CT economy, at least because it was only one player left. But that one player at the moment is a god. Immortal is pretty much the word you will use.
I don't know, this just feels like the day Liquid died. It's gone awfully silent. I don't even know what that was. Henny's actually insane. And well, it's going to be 8-1 currently. I don't even know how they could follow that up. I mean, that's it. They've peaked, surely. This is going to be the best you're going to be able to see. Like, this is insane right now. Alicia's going to get taken down straight off the bat. Liquid, they've got to try and come back from such a significant disadvantage. And Henny, he's not ready to give anything up. Takes down Pimp. He's on 2 kills already. And with 50 seconds left, Liquid, they are very, very fast, running out of time. They have to try and figure something out sooner rather than later. But, I mean, Immortals, you can't fault them.
No, there's not really too much that can be said. Henny is just in full style mode at the moment. He's getting all the points. The combos are building up, and he's just looking to do a little bit more. They try and almost bait the shot out of him here, but he's still just waiting, ready. They need to use that one flash, and there we go. They are going to take him down. JDM and Nitro combined to get them a couple of kills. Now, there's no utility left on the CT side, but there's no time left for Liquid. They have to make their move now, and already Bolts will drop one. It's looking like we're going to have the cleanup clue in once again. And I can't even say the words at the moment. Hiko, he's going to be walking into the site, but there's literal seconds left on the clock. The bomb will be dropped, and it doesn't matter what JDM does here. He has to kill both players to finish off the round, spamming away with AWP shots, but it doesn't matter. Lucas, just surviving, wins them the round.
Yeah, it's going to go 9-1 here as Immortals. They are kicking things up a notch. I mean, it has been a night of incredible CS. We weren't wrong when we said that we were expecting a show. We weren't expecting it to be this one-sided, but my God, has it been insane currently. It's 9-1. It's been into round number 11. It's going to be an eco on the board for Liquid. The only thing they have, the only very, very glim, very dim kind of ray of light
grim.
that they
You've
have.
combined them both.
Yeah, I
it's
put them
grim
into one.
and dim.
Yeah, a ray of
it's
light
glim.
in this horrific place they found themselves. Is that AWP up on JDM, potentially going to be able to make something happen off the back of that? But it's not looking likely with how Immortals are playing. I mean, we are going to be seeing a little bit of utility on the back of Hiko
I've got
and
another
JDM.
little bit of hope. There's currently no AWPs on Immortals' side, so that's a little bit. There's a small amount. Henny can't do jumping AWP shots anymore because he doesn't have an AWP, so it's not really a silver lining. It's more of like a mud lining.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. The mud lining of it all, I guess, which just sounds terrible. But
It doesn't really sound like something you want, really.
no,
Does it?
yeah,
But then again, you don't want this.
it is going to be JDM with the AWP trying to make something happen. Most of Liquid over towards the A site. Currently Nitro, who's trying to adopt the lurk role a little bit now, going to be rendezvousing the rest of his team. As it looks like they want to try making their way on towards A. The rotate already coming in from Bolts. Phelps as well is already making his way through. So there's 3 players here. Everyone from the side of Immortals knows what's going on. The rotate making its way through. And, well, it's going to be Bolts to open things up. Takes down Hiko, looking for the second. Finds one on the JDM. Nitro there to trade things out. Henny only able to get one. Is going to get taken out. But Pimp gets taken down from behind. As you can see, the flank there not going to be working out for him. Nitro is the last hope. He's able to find 2 frags. And while he was able to double his kill speed already, Su's coming up from mid, who did go on the flank a long time ago. Now it's going to be coming into fruition. Finds them in a 1 versus 2. And on Nitro, he is the only bastion of hope here for the side of Liquid. He's going to get tagged down. He has no armor to play around with. Tries jumping up on top of the hut, but Zeus is going to be fast on the trigger. And, well, as he falls, so does the hope of Liquid into that round. It's going to go 10-1 as Immortals, they just completely mop the floor with Liquid. The only upside of that is it was a fairly weak buy, and they were able to get a lot done.
Yeah, the other thing to mention is that JDM actually did so little with the AWP, the Immortals didn't even know he had it, so they didn't go and save it.
Yeah, no, that is fair enough. Yeah, because he didn't find any frags.
I don't even think he shot, so they didn't know there was an AWP, so now they still don't have one. So, hey, there you go. He didn't do anything, so they don't get an AWP. All part of the plan of losing the round.
Yeah, and it's going to be JDM once again with that AWP in hand, hoping he's going to have a bit more of an impact this time instead of just making it undetectable. And
silent
AWP. It is 10-1, and this is kind of the time Liquid need to be stepping up to the mark. We ought to be seeing them concentrating some efforts in towards the B site off the back. JDM boosted up with the AWP in hand, obviously. Meanwhile, Elige and Pimp in towards mid, trying to spot any early aggression. Immortals, though, not giving them anything to work with, just remaining very, very passive. And well, for the time being, we are going to be seeing Liquid still over towards this B site. Hiko get a little bit curious in towards drop, like he wants to go for a peek. And, well, no one's actually playing it right now, so it could be handed over to the, well, actually, no, sorry, we have got Lucas playing it. But, I mean, they have had a 2-man kind of system here with the trade set up. Well, right now, it's only Lucas. It's the most vulnerable it's looked.
Yeah, well, they are going to go in that direction. The problem is, well, Lucas may seem vulnerable, but he's pretty deadly. He's already taken down Hiko, starting things off and fading away to give himself another angle to take back. Still, actually going to re-peek, and he does do damage, but is eventually traded out, so it will be the 4 versus 4. A good opportunity now for Liquid to pounce, but Bolt, he's already grabbed another, and the rotation is coming in thick and fast. They've also got the bomb as well, which is not going to help Liquid. They've got to peek back into this, and there's a crossfire already there. Henny is going to drop even further in. Nitro is going to flash in, but it is just individually peeking 1 by 1. And, well, don't make it any easier for Immortals, please. Finally, JDM will finish off 1, going for the wallbang onto Henny, and he's going to peek in as well. The crossfire has disappeared, but it seems like Henny doesn't care. He's just going to run for the hills. He's going all the way back around, and this is going to be the second round that they've actually won by timeout. Very smart from Henny, actually. He does abandon his teammate. We could have stayed and tried and got the trade kill instead, but he still wins the round, and they've got 11 of them.
That's the saddest part. Liquid have come close in 2 of these rounds, but both times they just haven't been able to find the frag or the plant in time. And, you know, I mean, it must be just soul-crushing right now. I mean, I can't imagine the sort of emotions that Liquid must be feeling at this point in time. I imagine
Anger?
I don't know what it would be. A mixture of everything. Probably need to see a counselor. But Nitro going to be the first one out of the site. Does take down 2. He's managed to grab the, never mind. It's all gone. It's all gone to pot. Now it's just Hiko 1 versus 3. Bolt comes in from behind with the Famis.
I love how he gave up mid-sentence.
Yeah, no,
it was starting
to look like it was going to go well for the first time in a long time for Liquid, but Immortals, they quickly shut down any just slightest chance of them making an opportunity into that round. The second Liquid try to get their foot in the door, Immortals slam it shut and just leave the decapitated remains of the foot retching on the floor. It's terrible.
Okay, thanks for that image. I needed that, as if things weren't bad enough already. I've got a horrible mental image in my head. Triple AWPs coming in for Immortals. They are just going to work those picks, and I can understand why at the moment. It does mean that the avenue of drop down is a little bit more risky, but so far Lucas has been relatively good at holding things down, and when I say relatively, I mean, well, pretty damn good, because they have only lost one round, and they're on the CT side of this map as well, really showing how the map sides that may not always be favored can actually do very, very well indeed. Now, over towards the T side, they are making their move over towards A, taking a lot of map control, clearing out the long position, but the CTs, they're not really challenging this. This isn't like Liquid are fighting their way through. It's more Immortals are giving them the free pass to take the map control as they sit comfortably on the sites. Minute left coming up, or actually already passed on the clock, as Immortals still yet to really spot anyone out. It will be a fairly aggressive position being held by Henny over towards B, so if anything was to go in that direction, he would know about it very quickly. But as we can see by the map, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, with 35 seconds left, it looks like these smokes are being lined up along with the flashes to make their way out onto the site. 3 players here for the side of Immortals to try and hold things back. And while the A team have done an infamously good job of stopping anything happening on this site, let's see if it can continue. It's going to be Bolts to find the first. Phelps as well, chiming in one of his own. But Hiko does find a frag finally for the side of Liquid. Pimp capitalizing on the outer position. And alone, Phelps takes him down, but in the blink of an eye, it's all going to be the way Hiko. Lucas comes through, picks one up, looking for that frag on Hiko. Can't find it. But with only 8 seconds left, it's going to be incredibly close. Henny does get tagged down low, and this time, they can't just play the runaway game because Hiko's actually on the site. So for the first time in a long time, we're going to be seeing them get that bomb down. Both players on low HP. Henny's going to be going in for the peak, and they just miss each other there. Hiko finds the frag, and that's going to be round number 2 on the board. But you can't help but feel like...
One second.
Okay, yep.
They've won 2 rounds. Yep. Both times it's been Hiko clutching it.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't see a Liege stepping up to clutch, do you? I mean, he's 114 right now.
Well, it's absolutely mad that... Oh, well, there's the one.
Oh, well, there it is. There's the one replay of the Liege kill. Thank you
for that production. We get the one replay.
There we go. That's someone put that. Someone put that in a frag movie.
I didn't realize how savage that was. That's the one kill.
We are going to be seeing Liquid trying to turn this newfound aggression that they've been able to pull out into another round win. They've got 2 on the board, but that is sadly going to be it. Nitro over towards Plat, though, looking to try and find a frag early on.
They've done 100% better than the last map. Positive vibes over here on my half of the desk.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of positivity coming from you. And, well, Lucas, they're going to be on the... Oh, there we go.
They're actually eco, which is quite surprising.
Yeah,
how well this has been going.
Extremely surprising.
Let's see if they can get a third. That's more important. Then there's, well, that's a pretty big increase already coming in on how they did last time. Of course, they've still got to do it, and so far the man advantage.
Look at Phelps.
He's perfectly placed, and they still haven't spotted him.
Oh, he's only able to get 1 actually. So now it's
a lot of damage done though.
Yeah, now it's a 2-on-4, 2-on-3. Sorry. The side of Liquid to try and face from, and while Hiko's going to fall now, it's all on Pimp. I don't even know what to say. He still has a good shot at doing this, but he's only got 4 HP, so it's not like...
Dan around and wants to replace me for a little bit, because this is actually hurting my soul.
It's going to be Pimp, finds 1. He's not ready to go down just yet, but Bolts, he doesn't want to give him even the slightest chance of picking up a third. Takes him down, and well, he's going to fall, and with him, the hopes and dreams of Liquid. It's going to go 13-2. And, I mean, one-sided can't even sum up how this has looked. You may as well have just said Immortals versus... And then that's just it. There's barely even been competition in the server for the time being. We do see Liquid kind of pick things up towards the end. The sad thing is, when you look at it, JDM and Hiko, they're on double digits. Also, so is Pimp. But I mean, Nitro and Liege, they've been so incredibly absent. I feel even bad comparing Nitro and Liege together.
Well, they come hand in hand a lot of the time. It's the 2 players that you sort of go, these are the guys that have to sort of tag team their way through. And, well... It's not really a tag team if even between them they have 7, and that's not fair to Nitro because 6 of them are his. So, yeah, it's not been a good showing. I'm hoping that maybe they'll just go to bed after this and say, yeah, do you know what? That wasn't good. Let's just forget about it. Because if they think about it too much, it's going to be horrible. Pistol coming in, and, well, so far, Henny, he's styling once again. Got himself 2 kills. We'll stare at the floor for a second or 2.
Oh, Liege doubles his kills. He finds a second. Phelps goes down. Go on, Liege. Get back into this in the second half. JDM in from mid does take down Zeus. And, well, now it's on Lucas and Henny. 2 versus 3. Bomb's been ticking away for quite some time. Henny over here underneath balcony is going to be able to take out Liege. Looking for a second frag as well as Hiko tries to go aggressive, but he drops him, and now it's a 1-on-2. Suddenly, the situation been flipped around. JDM trying to come through to find the return frag. Does actually go very aggressive, but Lucas lands the headshot.
So
Henny on
close to an
4.
ace.
They were trying to give him the ace. That's why Lucas fell back. But yeah, it's going to go 14-2. And well, I'm hoping we have another little replay of Elige, but I don't know. I don't know if the production are that evil to have thought about it at the time. I think instead we're going to see the much more.
No, no.
Oh no, there it is. There it is.
Oh,
There's
no.
the
That's the
Elige.
moment he dies.
No, that's him
That's
dying.
even worse.
Yeah, no, that's terrible. I mean, it's not that special to see. There's been 16. There's been 15 other ones of that. But yeah, it is going to be 14-2. Immortals, they pick themselves up the pistol as if they didn't need any further advantages. Liquid are going to be on the back foot, to say the least. More like, I don't know, they don't even have feet at this point to be standing on. It's just like the back
Stumps.
limb, just kind of a null and dead body part that no one even knows what it is anymore. It's 14-2. And I'm sorry, I mean, Immortals are playing incredibly well.
It just got so dark.
And I think Liquid have all but given up at this point.
Yeah, a little bit. They are buying into this one at least. Dual scouts, which hopefully can get some tags at least and give the pistols a better opportunity. I'm trying hard to look at some sort of positive from this, but the buy is still much better at the moment for the T side. They're still looking to make money in this round. They've got themselves 3 SMGs. We saw the first sort of round buy that they went for, second round buy on train when they went for 4 rifles. I think that sort of level of seriousness has quickly gone from the Immortals side, and they're just looking to make as much money as they can to almost have a nice bank account for the end of the match, because it is coming, and this is sort of being proven by Phelps trying to get a knife kill in the middle of battle. Well,
yeah, it is
battle
Nitro at
to
the
an
end.
extent.
He's going to be 1 versus 2, swapping out to the CZ, but he's going to get taken down by Henny. It does feel like Liquid have somewhat just kind of, you know, sat back and said, you know, we've messed up. Let's just kind of give them this one. They're not giving it their all. I would trust that, you know, Elige, he's got a lot of potential. Very emotional though, I guess, because of the whole age thing potentially.
Yeah, no, of course. There's no doubt.
that,
like all
yeah,
jokes aside, we know that these guys are very
they are
talented
extremely
players.
talented players. And you know, there's only a
You
certain
don't get to a
extent
major
that
final
there's-
of being a bad player.
Yeah.
There's no doubt of that.
There's
so
only a certain extent as well to which Hiko can kind of help to manage that stuff. I mean, he's doing incredibly well for his team, as is JDM and Pimp. And a few players being absent is never a bad thing. Everyone has the bad days, of course. But it is 15-12. Immortals have arrived at match point in...
Did you say 12?
15-2, sorry.
Yeah. You've added 10
yeah.
rounds. That's too optimistic for me.
But yeah, Hiko is going to be the first to fall. And well, now it's a 4-on-5 as Immortals start making their way out towards the B site. We're going to be seeing over towards Flat. JDM falls, as does Elige. The whole B site just completely crumbles down around Liquid. It's just Pimp to try and win it at the end. And well, Henny and Phelps, they're not going to let that happen. They take him down. And there we go. Most of